Hi everyone. Today we're going to be making kale and butternut squash dip. Now this is a variation of a cheese dip made usually with spinach or artichokes, but today we got kale and a butternut squash from our friends over at Plowbreak Farms with their CSA. So we're going to use it to spice up our football game party, and yeah, let's get started. Do you guys remember my earlier video when we talked about how to break down butternut squash? Well, you can utilize that right now. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to grab it and we're going to peel it. Now, since we only want about a cup of butternut squash, we're only going to take this top part of the meat and we're going to wrap up the rest of it and put it in the fridge to deal with later. So what you're going to do is just peel again.
Alright, what are we doing?
Alright guys, we just finished peeling the butternut squash and we smashed our garlic cloves. Remember, you just take your knife over it, smash the cloves, and what happens is they break apart.
Perfect.
Peel the outer skin because you don't want that, it's gross. See, it's peeling right off.
Not really.
I mean, it's peeling off. Just give it a minute, right?
Okay, so
boom, peeled off. All right,
there
cool.
you go. Just so you know, everything's not magic in the kitchen.
No,
Sometimes
it takes
even
a few
Frank has to
minutes.
struggle with it.
Okay, so now we got a butternut squash. We're gonna cut off that part.
Okay.
Boom. Save the rest of it for later. We're gonna clean that up a little bit by getting those seeds out.
Now, do you roast the seeds? What do you do with
No,
those
we just
seeds?
get rid of them.
Okay, you don't keep them.
We don't keep them. You can roast them, but
You can also dry them out and reuse them if you want to.
yes, you could dry them out and reuse them too for gardening. Okay. I'll cut off the top part because we don't want that either. Now we got those ingredients ready. What we're going to do is we're going to start boiling our water over here, because we're going to boil the butternut squash after we cut it up. Secondly,
Okay.
here we are. Beautiful Russian kale. It's purple. I'm not 100% why they call it Russian kale.
Is it
but
like
I know
cold
it's
weather?
purple and green. Most dark leafy greens grow really well in cold weather. So you'll find that kale and collard, Swiss chard, these things last throughout the season a little bit longer than you would see romaine, butterleaf lettuce, field greens, those sort of things.
Mm-hmm. I guess, though, with the little bit of snow that we had this morning, that probably killed them off.
I don't know if it killed. No, I think they can handle it a little bit colder even.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
What a hardy plant.
It's a very hardy plant. So what we're looking for is about a cup of chopped up leaves. So you're only gonna really need like 4.
Okay, so beautiful fan leaves.
So here we go. This is how we do it. You don't want this stem. It's no good. It doesn't taste good. It's really fibrous. You can juice it, but that's really all you can do with it.
So, okay.
All right. So
Do you juice?
take it just like we did the herbs. We're gonna pull it off from the stem.
Do you juice the extras that you save up, or you throw them
Sometimes
away?
it depends on what I'm doing. If there's a dish in the kitchen when I'm at the restaurant that I can utilize it for, making some kind of garnish or a design on the plate with it, then I do. But other words, I do not.
I assume you need more than 4 for it to warrant a real drink.
You need a lot more than 4 to warrant a real drink. Talk about like probably 15 to 30.
Okay, just for anyone out there who got an idea.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to chop up these vegetables so that we can boil them. The squash, the garlic, and the butternuts, and the kale. Sorry. Tripping over words over here.
It's okay.
Alright, cutting. We're cutting. We're cutting. Check it out, guys. These are chopped butternut squash, garlic, and Russian kale. Now we're going to bring it over to the boiling water. And we're going to boil it until the butternut squash is soft. When I say soft, I mean it's going to be able to break up.
Squishy like the beets?
Squishy like the beets. Just like that, Max. Kale in there. Slowly slide everything in off your cutting board. You don't have to do it off the cutting board. You can do it in a bowl too. But this is how us professionals do it.
Okay. That's one of the tips of the trade.
Now we've turned up our oven, and what we're going to do is soften our cream cheese.
Soften cream cheese.
Soften the cream cheese.
It's not soft enough.
It's not soft enough. We need to soften the cream cheese because it was in the refrigerator. Pulling it out and putting it in the oven.
Okay.
Alright, check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cream cheese, we're going to open it up, and we're going to throw it in a pan and put it down in the oven so that it can get softened.
Whole block.
Nope, just 6 ounces. So you're going to cut away 6 ounces.
Uh-huh.
Like so. Bring it over here to your stove. Put it in your pan. And we're going to throw that down in the oven to soften up a little bit.
And how long?
That's good cream cheese. We're going to let it go down there for about 5 minutes.
Okay, great. So I guess we'll see you in about 5 then.
Cream cheese has been in the oven now for about 5 minutes. It's softened and ready to get mixed around with the dip. Pull it out. Boom, we have like a baked cream cheese almost. Oh, it's very soft. This is perfect. It'll mix in the dip very well, and it's going to add a little flavor because it has that like roasted look.
That unique cheese smell to it too.
A very unique cheese smell. Look at the bottom. It's almost
very
pan-seared in a sense. The squash is now squishable, which means our vegetables are ready to get mixed in with the rest of the ingredients and then baked for 3 minutes. So then we can have a kale and butternut squash.
So when it's squishable,
that's when it's ready.
Okay.
So you take a spoon, take a little piece of the butternut squash and squish it between your fingers. If it's squish, then you're good. If it doesn't squish, well then you want to let it go for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Bring it over to the sink. We're going to strain it from the liquid. You can see the water's the color because the purple again is bleeding out of the kale. Let me take this. And we're going to mix it in a bowl.
Alright, you found a bowl.
I found a bowl. It's a mixing bowl. I found it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our kale, butternut squash, and garlic mixture to it. Then we're going to take and add a quarter cup of mayo. Mayo is nice. It's a very good product. Maybe I'll make a post where I can show you guys how to make it from scratch. For that, we need a food processor. That word's coming up a lot lately. Maybe I better ask Santa Claus for something. We're going to dump our Parmesan cheese in there. That was about a quarter of a cup as well. We're going to come over here and grab our softened cream cheese, which is right here. We're going to dump that in there.
Is it okay that has that skin burnt look to it?
Yeah, that's fine. Just means it got a little toasty. I want that. That's going to add depth and flavor to our dish. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're mixing it and incorporating the cream cheese and the mayo with everything in the dip.
What a smell that I've smelled before, I feel like 1,000 times.
We're going to grab a pinch of salt, probably about 1 teaspoon, and put it in there so it has a nice salty flavor. We're going to do 4 cracks of pepper.
Yeah.
Alright, my pepper thing just broke a little bit, so we're not going to use it to incorporate it. And then what I'm going to do is I like to use the cast iron pan because it looks so cool when you bring it to a table for people to dip out of.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like just great.
So it's totally worth if you don't have the cast iron to buy a cast iron.
Totally, and as well as you can always just put it in a casserole dish that can go into the oven. Just make sure it's oven safe, otherwise it will crack and break and then you'll be really upset.
With cast iron, if you buy something that's really cheap, it's probably not cast iron.
No, it's probably just sprayed with cast iron.
No, you're talking about the real deal American made.
American made, right here, baby. Ooh, American made cast iron. Alright, we're mixing it up. Now we're going to add it to our cast iron pan. Get all the scraps out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, guys. So we're going to spread it out in here. Just like so.
Evenly spread.
Evenly spread. Alright, now that we're getting to this point, we're going to bake it in the oven for about 4 minutes at 425 before we add the Parmesan and broil the top of it to get a nice cheesy crust.
Okay, perfect.
Into the oven it goes. See you in 4 minutes.
Is this the finished product, dude?
Alright guys, check it out. This is the Kale Butternut Squash Dip. What we're going to do is just sprinkle a little bit more Parmesan on top, and then we're going to put it under the broiler so that it melts and gets nice and brown.
You can even see Oliver getting the cheese around the floor there. That's how good
Kale.
it is.
Ready, Oliver? Come down here as you can see the broiler at the top of my oven. Some people's is on the bottom of their oven. Ours is on the top. Put it right there. Close it up. Get ready for the good time. Boom.
Boom, perfect. Only missed that time, huh?
Right?
I almost missed that one. You
Almost missed that one.
Yeah, see, everyone's got to know.
Got to talking about Oliver.
Yeah. See, we're talking about the dog feeding in between things, and boom, that's how it goes.
Turn off our boiler, turn off our oven, just be safe.
Okay, really hungry. Anyway, how do you plate this?
Alright, so we keep it in our cast iron pan, and we're going to serve it with some tortilla chips.
Nice.
Really yummy, really good.
So you just pour it on top, or?
No, just serve it beside it, and then you dip one in.
Do I just kind of like dip it in?
Yeah, dip it in, scoop it out. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to tell me how it...
You, man.
Do you want to, I guess... Really hot.
I'm sure it's hot.
Oh, wow, it's super hot. Holy smokes.
It's probably hot as shit.
It's like burn your tongue off hot. Holy smokes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's real good, right? Alright, man. Take care, guys.
Oh, that's good.